So I just watched episode 4 of Dandadan, and that was my favourite episode so far. We got the confrontation with Turbo Granny back in the tunnel, and some craziness went down. Um, One of the things was Okarun biting Turbo Granny's tip to basically get her off of Momo, which I mean was quite surprising. I'm not going to lie. That caused them to merge together because at one point she actually returned Okarun's penis back to him. It sounds so ridiculous when I say it out loud, I swear to God, but it is so good. And after that insanity, the location-based spirit appears, and it happens to be a gigantic crab with a bunch of faces on its back. And thus commences one of the greatest chase scenes I've seen in in anime. One of the most fun, anyway. It was insane. It was just this giant crab chasing Okarun in his like full turbo form through the city, but the colors and stuff like that, and just like the animation and the fluidity of everything, and just the way it looked was like incredible, really cool to look at. Like I said, the visuals in this anime is always striking to me and insanely creepy. I forgot to mention in the tunnel, there's a part where Turbo Granny first shows up, and it's just her giant face, and it's just horrifying. Like the actual imagery in this show is very unnerving in like the best way. But eventually, after the chase scene, Turbo Granny manages to merge back with the location-based spirit, but in the end, they end up getting defeated by a trap laid out by Momo's grandma, which was very clever, on the train. I love the way that whole sequence went down. It was just a really cool way of ending that whole chase. But this whole episode was wicked. It was so much fun to watch, and I love a good chase scene. And this one was hilarious. And Dan is just, oh man, it's just crazy. It's just insanity, bro. Like, there's not a moment where like something crazy isn't happening. It feels like I say that, but Dan's clearly not afraid to get dark and emotional too, because at the end of the episode, it was sort of revealed that the faces on the back of that giant crab were victims, basically, like females that were attacked and assaulted that died in that tunnel, and Turbo Granny showed up basically as to console them, pretty much. So that very much surprised me, because in the midst of this insanity, there is like genuine, like really heartwarming moments as well, especially at the end of this episode when Okarun's about to leave Momo, and Momo says, "See you tomorrow." And I think Okarun thought this would be the last time, but you know, all Okarun wants is a friend. So now he has that with Momo. That was like confirmation, like, oh, I'm going to see you again. And that was just a really sweet moment. So, but yeah, overall, this was my favorite episode so far, but I'm really enjoying the series. It's nothing like I expected, but that's not a bad thing at all. So I'm looking forward to the next one.